From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Brenda Molina-Navidad. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump called his meeting with Justin Trudeau productive and says the Prime Minister made a commitment to work with the United States to end the drug crisis in the midst of the threat of stiff tariffs.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau flew to Florida Friday evening to attend a dinner at Mar-a-Lago. The in-person meeting comes at the end of a rocky week in which Trump threatened to impose stiff tariffs on all imports from Canada and Mexico unless the two countries stop illegal border crossings and prevent illicit drugs from entering the U.S. In a post on Truth Social, Trump didn't directly mention the tariffs, but the Republican leader says he and Trudeau discussed the drug crisis, illegal immigration, as well as trade, energy, and the Arctic. Kelly Malone, The Canadian Press, Washington.
Trump is also threatening 100% tariffs against a bloc of 9 nations if they act to undermine the American dollar. His threat is directed at countries in the BRIC alliance, which includes Brazil, Russia, India, and China. An Israeli airstrike on a car in Gaza has killed 5 people, including workers of World Central Kitchen. It comes just a day after the Liberal government announced $50 million in humanitarian assistance for Palestinians in the Gaza Strip as well as the West Bank. International Development Minister Ahmed Hussein said the funding will partly be handled by a United Nations agency.
We're deeply concerned as a government by Israel's decision to prevent the critical humanitarian work of UNRWA in Gaza, West Bank, and East Jerusalem, which will affect the delivery of aid by many other humanitarian partners working day and night to deliver aid to Palestinians on the ground.
He says the money will provide life-saving help such as medical assistance, water, and food. The Canada Post strike gripping the nation is not only delaying mail deliveries, but funerals and cremated remains too. One Quebec woman says she's been told her father's remains from BC won't get to her until an agreement is reached between the Crown Corporation and the union representing thousands of its workers. And Brad Tuck of the BC Funeral Association says some members are facing similar issues.
When the strike talks were beginning, a lot of people were cautious and held off if they were able to, but that wasn't possible for everyone.
More than 55,000 Canada Post workers went on strike 2 weeks ago. The Manitoba Métis Federation has become the first Métis group to sign a modern treaty with Ottawa, and members of the Métis Nation British Columbia have voted to leave the Métis National Council effective immediately. In entertainment, more than 150,000 Swifties are expected to gather at Vancouver's BC Place over 3 nights next week for the end of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, fans hoping to see the world's top women skiers compete next weekend in Quebec are out of luck now that the PWC Tremblant World Cup has been cancelled because of warm weather. In NHL action, the New York Rangers topped the Montreal Canadiens 4-3 today. A pair of backup goaltenders are on the move following a trade between the Colorado Avalanche and Nashville Predators. The Avs picked up Scott Wedgwood from the Preds and sent Eustace Anunin the other way. FIFA has approved the quality of Saudi Arabia's bid to host the men's 2034 World Cup, but noted higher risks related to human rights in the oil-rich kingdom. Soccer's governing body is soon set to officially pick the country as hosts for the event. 125 years into its history, Barcelona has unveiled a new mascot. The Spanish soccer club debuted Cat, a large yellow feline, before Barcelona hosted Las Palmas in a league game today. From the Canadian Press, I'm Brenda Molina-Navidad.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.